This book to all dreamers who have tried, cried, and died for causes and truths they believed to be worthy. And in many cases, they sacrificed their lives so that others may live the dream. I dedicate this book to all dreamers, known and unknown, who have decided to fight the sea of conformity and swim against the tide, who have decided to pay the price of chasing the dream, whatever the legal, ethical, and moral cost. I dedicate this book to those among us who refuse to give up, who believe the impossible is possible. I dedicate this book to those dreamers who live to inspire others with hope in a world where so many have given up. I dedicate this book to you. Dream big and never give up. Au, au, au. Chapters 1, Get a Dream. Chapter 2, Focus on that dream. Chapter 3, Beware of dream stealers. Chapter 4, Commit to the work. Chapter 5, Seek out other dreamers. Chapter 6, Embrace the journey. Chapter 7, Fight instant gratification. Chapter 8, Give your dream time. Chapter 9, Get up every time. Chapter 10, Embrace your success. Epilogue, The audacity of belief. A special thanks to legendary dreamers who blazed the trail to freedom for so many people who did not know freedom was possible. I found the road they paved, and I and my family will never forget them. Their dream had a ripple effect on the entire world. May they rest in peace. Madam C.J. Walker, Rich DeVos, Jay Van Andel, Dexter Yeager, Jim Dornan, George Halsey, Dan Big Boomer Geromo, Dr. Dennis Steigerwald, Mary Kay Ash, Tom Hansen. If you don't know who they are and would like to, Google them. Their contribution to free enterprise is well documented. They have inspired dreams and liberated people all over the world. They should never be forgotten. Comments to the Dream Chaser. A special salute to some of the dreamers and gladiators still in the fight for freedom and liberation of people all over the world from a system of debt and bondage. I salute them for having the courage to fight for their freedom and the freedom of others. I salute them for awakening the dream in others and giving them a vital key to life: hope. There are people who show up in your life that have a lifelong effect. After 20 years in the networking industry and never earning any significance, it became apparent to me what was missing was mentorship. We found that in Mr. Ty Best. Mr. Best has probably forgotten more than most people know about in this industry. Monisha and I are eternally grateful for the lessons learned and personal development garnered from our partnership with Ty and Val Best. Before this divine relationship, I absolutely did not have a dream. Today, my mantra is, we are the sum total of our ability to dream. Michael L. Delco, the CEO, and Monisha Delco. Roni, Mr. Best, my big brother, friend, and mentor, created a path for me to follow with intelligence, passion, hunger. He encouraged me to have big dreams and to pursue them. But most of all, and what was most important, I always knew he loved me. Dr. Terry L. Best. Ty Best has been my professional friend and mentor for more than 5 years. As an entrepreneur owning multiple businesses, networking was an avenue I never wished to explore until I met Mr. Best. He has instilled in me the philosophy that leaders are readers. I have amassed a library of personal development and inspirational books that have changed my life, including the books he and Valerie have published and authored. He leads by setting an example that can be followed by all, and he truly shows how much he cares about success of others. Sheila Abram, CEO, Wealth Builders Unlimited. A wise man told me that when God gets ready to bless you, he sends a person into your life. That was never more true for me than the day I stumbled across a life-changing video of my wife, Lisa's hometown hero, Mr. Tyrone Best, from Newport News, Virginia. The past 5 years, our association with this master teacher and networker has positively impacted our business skills, business network, unlike no other person has done before. My wife Lisa says that Mr. Best's words of wisdom to the masses of wealth builders worldwide remind her of the proverb 2016, which states, "There is gold in a multitude of rubies, but the lips of knowledge are a precious jewel." Dr. Patrice and Lady Lisa Gordon. Mr. Ty Best is a master motivator and one of the most mind-expanding individuals I have ever met. His ability to inspire people worldwide to dream bigger and to take nothing short of genius. Dr. Sergio Razel, best-selling author, The Art and Science of Success. We have known and worked with Mr. Best for over 18 years. When he first met, we were captivated by his wisdom and experience. He has shown us how to dream big and never give up. He has proven that it is possible to live the dream and teach others to do the same. We are now living the dream of freedom and sharing the dream with others. Wesley and Wayne Thompson, the Thompson twins, co-directors. Mr. Best, my father, has been waging a war on poverty ever since he was a child. This book will inspire you to dream more, hope more, and to love more. This book is about you leaving a grand and noble mark on history that cannot be denied. I hope you decide to be the Joseph in your family. Alexander Best, president of G&D Incorporated, and social entrepreneur. A message about family. I believe family is the foundation of a healthy society. However, I do realize that the definition and what constitutes a family has significantly changed over the last 50 plus years. We have family units in companies, community, organizations, and all types of groups where people get together. The feeling of family and kinship is the glue that holds all these networks, groups of people together. The greatest teams in everything from sports to business are typically the ones who are best at fostering this sense of family. The more united that family, the greater the teamwork, and much more is achieved by all. An old African proverb says, you can go fast by yourself, but you can go further with a team. I use further here because I'm not talking about distance. I'm talking about vision and achieving the unknown. So it is vital that you find your tribe, your family, your network. I'm not talking about ethnicity, religion, or just hobbies. I'm talking about that thing that truly bonds you to the team. Your true family may include associates at work. It may include an organization or sisters and brothers. In Wealth Builders Worldwide, we work hard at creating this sense of family. I believe it is a secret to our success as a team. I learned that a sense of family from my parents, Margaret and Claude Best. They raised 8 children to believe in the family foundation and that all I am and ever hope to be starts with that principle. So with that in mind, I give thanks to my parents, my 7 brothers and sisters, Dwight, Deborah, Jean, Terry, Timothy, Reggie, and Darlene. They have always been there for me, and I will always be there for them, as family should. To my core family, thanks is an insufficient word. Valerie, my wife, and I have been a team now for over 45 years. My sons, Alex and Gabriel, were born on the team and are loyal to the core. They believe in what we do. They have paid and are willing to pay the price. They are always there to say, you can do it, Dad. You can do it. My eternal gratitude. All I do for you. Thanks for believing. And my commitment to this family of dream chasers worldwide. I will always be there for you and your dreams. So dream big.
No sound, sis. Sylvia, no sound.
Pardon me?
You were muted.
Oh, get a dream. I was 11 years old and glued to the television like almost everyone else in Newport News. Our hometown hero, Leroy Keys, was taking the football field on national television for Purdue University. That's right, the Big Ten. We, the Black community, were excited. You have to imagine, this was history. This was long before so-called full integration as we know it today. Black athletes rarely went to Division I universities, even to play sports. And there he was, a neighborhood kid on national television. And in one play, he becomes a national hero. He picks up a fumble and runs 95 yards for a touchdown. Who won that game? I don't know. I don't care. All I remember is that day I got a dream. I was going to get me a scholarship to college like Leroy Keys. Yes, Mr. Keys went on to have a great career at Purdue. He was runner-up for the Heisman Trophy behind, that's right, O.J. Simpson. Then he played 5 seasons in the NFL. More importantly, he inspired young men in Newport News and Hampton to dream and believe. Why do I say get a dream? Because everything starts with the dream. It's the dream that made me go to school every day. It's the dream that made me pay a little more attention in class. It's the dream that made me study just enough to qualify for college. Do you have a dream? The sooner in life you get one, the better. But it is never too late to start dreaming. No excuses. Find something worthy of your time and energy and commit to it. Yes, I know that dream may not come true, but it beats being a wandering generality with no direction. I started playing Little League football that year in the Hampton Roads Boys Club League. I really was not crazy about football, but I realized football could make you somebody. So that became my dream. In fact, on my little team was 3 guys who all played in the NFL. That's on one team: Larry Bethea, Jerome Dove, Clarence Bobo Hawkins. What are the odds? By the way, this is the same little league that produced Michael Vick, Allen Iverson, and many others. I feel like I'm name dropping now, so I will get to the point. Get a dream. The dream, especially at age, will help focus your energy and help you on the right and narrow. I wanted to be a college athlete, so I didn't smoke and drink in excess. I exercised and I ate healthier. I also stayed out of trouble. Now, if you are already beyond all of that, make sure your children, grandchildren, and all the young people you know have a dream. It will change their lives. My dream of a football scholarship did not come true. I fell in love with basketball and decided I wanted to play in the NBA. So at 14, I dedicated myself to playing basketball every chance I got. I spent an entire summer in New York on Long Island playing basketball all day. There, I met a guy they call Little Hawk, after pro basketball great Connie Hawkins. Later on, he became Dr. J. What does all this mean? When you start to dream, it will take you to unimagined places, and you will meet people on this journey that will change your life forever. They may not remember you, but you will remember them. Why? Because they gave you hope. When I read Nate Archibald's story as a young man, it made me believe that a 6-foot guy from Newport News could play in the NBA. No, I didn't make it to the NBA, but that dream got me a basketball scholarship to Hampton University. The dream always leads you someplace. Everything starts with the dream. Stop and give your future some thought and ask yourself, where would you like to be in 5 years? Decide where you would like to live, what you would like to do, and what you would like to earn. With all your dreams, will all your dreams come true? Probably not. But I can assure you, your journey will be exhilarating and you will be so much further ahead. You see, after college, I didn't have a dream. I had a good job, however, but deep inside, I felt the calling of something bigger. I kept saying to myself, there has to be more to life than this 45-year plan. On the surface, all seemed well. I had the new home, the cars, and the travel, but no passion for what I was doing. I tried to accept it. I told myself, this is it. Climb the corporate ladder to wherever. I was a ship lost at sea, going someplace, but no clear destination in sight. The next 6 years proved to be the most destructive in my entire life. I had no purpose. I had no discipline. I didn't have a dream. Then at 28 years old, someone introduced me to networking, and the dream was born again. I was energized. I became focused, and I became a dangerous thinking soul running against the tide of mediocrity that so many have accepted. I discovered that it was possible to be free and to help others get free. I found my magnificent purpose to get freedom, time, and money, and help others with the desire to do the same. I do not know what your dream may be, but I do know that what keeps most people from pursuing their dream is the job. By the time they finish selling 40 to 60 hours a week to the job, they don't have anything left to go after the dream. So 90% of the population is going back and forth every day, doing tasks they don't want to do. Don't be one of those people your entire life. Get a big dream and get freedom as soon as possible.
Chapter 2, focus on that dream. Focus is defined as a clear interest and activity. I have learned very early as an adult that life is full of distractions, and the urgent or vital things at the moment is not important. And the most important things in life are seldom urgent. You see, it's not urgent that you eat healthy foods and exercise daily, but it is vital to prolonging and living a healthy life. So in order to accomplish anything as an adult, we must first decide what we want, then prepare to go to war with the distractions. We get thousands of messages every day that steal our time and our money. In case you don't know, those are your two primary resources. Family, friends, and associates want your time. Companies want your time and money. These can be distractions in keeping you from achieving your goals, whatever they might be. When it comes to relationships, there's always a party, a happy hour, a social event, or a funeral. Yes, I said it, a funeral. After work, the average person's life is consumed with these activities. They give 50 to 60 hours a week to the job. Then they play on the weekends or whenever they have 2 days off. Not being judgmental here, but it's a choice. Everyone is busy. We all have 24 hours. We decide what to do with those hours. Just like we have limited resources, money, we decide what to do with that money. The media, this includes television, magazines, movies, and internet, spends billions of dollars every year to separate us from our money. This is a distraction. If you have a dream and you plan to get a dream, you can't spend your dollars celebrating every sale and holiday Madison Avenue promotes. Again, that's a choice. This is why focus on your dream is the second chapter. I have learned that this is the most important tool you must develop if you are going to get your dream. You must learn how to put the blinders on and concentrate your activities and resources on actions that lead to your dream. What are you doing with your time and money? The average person I know, I keep using that word average. Why? Because in order for you to move forward in life, you must not do the things most average people do, especially if you are starting from zero. Average people spend 30 to 40 hours a week watching television or being entertained. If not watching entertainment, then they spend their free time in some sort of recreational activity. Again, that's a choice. What are you doing with your money? I know some of you may say, I don't earn enough money. The question then is why? The next question, what are you doing with your money you earn? I mean, you must really give some thought to it. And you may have to put a budget on paper to figure it out. But in general, most people blow hundreds of dollars every month playing or buying depreciating junk. I did my first 6 years out of college. Valerie and I played, worked out all the time, purchased designer clothes, and traveled. Translation, we spent every dime we earned paying bills and having a good time. Then I started associating with some people with some financial knowledge. They suggested I buy a home and maybe start to save some of that money for my future. I still didn't have a dream, but it gave me something more to think about. You see, without a dream to focus on, what was the point? I was doing okay. Life was good. And we were doing our 40 to 60 hours a week and working the 45-year plan. But at 28 years old, I got a dream. I mean, an adult dream that consumed me. And that dream was freedom. I didn't know what freedom was. After 16 years of education and 6 years in corporate America, I did not know that freedom was possible. I thought I was free until I met some free people. That was in April of 1983. I now had an adult dream and a vehicle to get that dream, and I changed almost immediately. I learned very quickly if I wanted that dream, I would have to focus my time and my money. I gave up television, happy hour, the disco, all the things we had been sold as fun. This is what we were supposed to do. Enjoy the good life. With what free time we had outside the job, and this is what average people do. They play after work until age 65 plus, then they wonder what happened. I declare to you, Valerie and I have had a great time and adventure chasing the dream. The sacrifice has been nothing compared to the rewards. In 4 years, Valerie was free. It took 12 years of burning the candle at both ends for me to get my freedom. It was worth it. Can you focus until you get your dream? Yes, you can. The question is, will you? What is standing between you and your big dream? Are you willing to give up the activity that does not help you achieve your dream? It may be fishing, golf, shopping, television, etc. All those things may be fun, but if you have a sincere dream, they are distractions. If you have a big, magnificent dream, it is going to take all of you. And that is why most people elect out. They don't want to focus and pay the price. They don't believe it is worth the price. I believe your dream is worth whatever legal, ethical, and moral price. You want to be an attorney, doctor, or a college professor. There is a price to pay. However, in those professions, there is a finite price. You know up front, you must get your degrees, pay an exact amount of money, and a definitive amount of hours are required. You focus and you pay the price. What about the undefined dream? The dream with no roadmap, no clear path, no exact dollar amount. Want to be an actor, an entrepreneur, a writer, or a master painter? Well, you focus until you achieve that dream. You don't know how long it's going to take, how much money it's going to cost, or when and if it ever is going to happen. Are you willing to spend your life or die chasing your dream? I don't know the answer to those questions. I do know, however, you must have a relentless focus. for an extended period of time to better your chances of ever getting your dream. It took me 12 years to get free. I would do it all over again if it took 20. Freedom, time, and money is the ultimate dream. Valerie and I invested time and money into personal development, books, seminars, and workshops, and we built our business. We missed barbecues, parties, weddings, funerals. We focused time and resources on the dream of freedom. We have been free now for almost a quarter of a century. It was worth it. We work when we want to, we eat when we want to, we sleep when we want to, and we play when we want. We still have a big dream. Our dream is helping you get yours. We are committed to helping people worldwide get free and live the life of their dreams. What's your magnificent dream? Are you willing to focus? Cut out all the distractions. I pray that you do, and I hope all of your dreams come true. Focus, focus, focus.
Chapter 3. Beware of the dream stealers. So you have a dream, and you have decided to focus. Beware of dream stealers. Now, in 28 years of living and education, I had never heard the term dream stealers or met a dream stealer. When I first looked back and analyzed this, I believed it was because I never had a dream. But after careful examination, I realized that that wasn't true. I had dreams just like most young people do from the day they were born. I started to express those when I formulated my first words. I want this, I want that, and get me this for Christmas. Then I can remember adults asking me what I wanted to be when I grew up. So like most children, I said something, but I don't remember. And lucky me, I don't remember anyone telling me I couldn't do or be something. I say lucky because if you can get through your formative years without being put down, that is a blessing. The first real dream I had that required some effort on my part was playing Little League football for Hampton Roads Boys Club. I played for a team called the Falcons for 3 years. Then I dreamed of playing high school sports for Huntington High. No one told me I could or couldn't, so I did. Now, when I decided to earn a scholarship to college playing sports, that was a different story. Then I encountered dream stealers. I didn't call them dream stealers, but that is what I learned to keep my dreams to myself. Not many people tried to steal the dream, but very few believed that the dream was even possible for me. I saw Leroy Keys do it. I saw Walter Bowser do it. I saw Steve Clinton do it. I saw Wayne Bullock do it. I saw Tommy Riemann do it. And I knew my uncle Morris Wiggins had done it, just to name a few. So I believe I could do it, and I did. Here is the main point. I didn't encounter too many dream stealers with that dream because I kept it a secret and because that dream was mainstream, not necessarily for African Americans, but it was not out of the norm. However, when you get a dream that is outside the tradition and proven path to conformity or success, then the dream stealers come out, and they come out in a mass. You want to be a doctor, lawyer, fireman, teacher. Well, baby, you can do it. You want to find a good job, whatever that is, well, you can do that. But tell some people you want to be a movie star, a top recording artist, or a millionaire entrepreneur, and the dream stealers come out. They mean well in most cases because they want to protect you from hardship and potential failure, but they don't understand the process of success, and they don't have a dream. Val and I graduated by Hampton University. Everyone was excited. We both got good jobs with major corporations, and everyone was excited, at least okay with us pursuing that traditional job and corporate path. But when we got a dream for freedom, all that changed. It'll change for you too. Family, friends, relatives, and strangers will tell you it can't be done, especially by you. You may not get the support you thought you would get from those closest to you, and that is okay. This chapter is just to let you know that dream stealers are out there and you must protect your dream and keep moving forward. The real dream stealer I met was in high school, a high school guidance counselor. He told me I needed to take a vocational course so I would have a trade so that I could get a good job when I finished high school. I told him no, I needed to take Spanish and algebra because I was going to college. He stated, "Listen, young man, you are not going to college. Your parents can't afford to send you to college." I stated I was going on scholarship. He replied, "Your grades are not that good, and you're not that good of an athlete." We argued, I insisted, and he relented. I took Spanish, algebra, got a scholarship, and went to Hampton University. If I had listened to that well-meaning, maybe, counselor, I don't know where I would be today. I often wonder how many dreams from young people did he steal while in his job. The moral of the story is don't let anyone steal your dream. That includes your mother, father, brother, stranger, or a person you are sleeping with every night. Ben Franklin over 200 years ago said, the average person dies at age 18, but is buried at age 65. They die by 18 because most people at that point have had their dreams ripped from their soul. And for the next 40 to 50 years, they just go through the motion of living. If you are a young person reading this book, consider yourself fortunate. Then find something you're passionate about and spend your life in pursuit of that. Don't chase money or find that thing that you would do free every day for the rest of your life and then do that. The money will find you. At age 28, the network business found me. I fell in love with the idea of succeeding by helping others succeed. I had that dream from the time I was 6 or 7. It was a bright sunny day and I was sitting outside on top of coal box in the old Newsom Park projects. I remember thinking when I grew up, I'm going to make a lot of money and help a lot of people. I didn't know how, but I knew why. For all around me, I saw lack. I saw people going to bed hungry, stressed about money. I decided right then and there that I would not spend the rest of my life worrying about money. So Val and I invested the last 35 years of our lives living our dream and helping others get to their dream. We kept chasing the dream no matter who said no, no matter who quit, and no matter what the committee called they think that they had to do. Everyone will not join you on this dream chasing journey. God gave you the vision, and for your life, you are entrusted with the responsibility. It may hurt to discover some of your closest family, friends, and associates don't believe in you or your dream, but you keep going. Eventually, you will find support, and you may teach the dream stealers how to even dream. Don't let anyone steal your dreams.
Chapter 4, commit to the work. You now have a dream. You now understand the power of focus, and you now know to beware of the dream stealers. The people who say you can't do it and it can't be done, it's time to go to work. But remember what I said in the previous chapter. When you find your passion, the thing you would do for free, you never have to work again. Well, that is true. However, with your passion, there will be tasks you may not want to do that feels like work. Commit to them anyway. I love talking and working with people. I don't enjoy paperwork, administration, or tasks in the business that require travel. I did travel anyways for over 25 years. I still travel some now, but not like I did the first 25 years of the business. Technology has a lot to do with the reduced travel. What does your dream demand of you that is uncomfortable but must be done? That is the work. Suppose you want to act in a major films. What price are you willing to pay to get that starring role? Are you willing to do it? Acting in minor roles and going to auditions after auditions for years before success. Are you willing to pay the price? Morgan Freeman became a star after 30 years in the industry. John Travolta became a young star early, then became a major star in the Sunday Night Fever. Then for 10 years, worked in oblivion. What work are you willing to do? Are you ready to get up after getting knocked down so many times you can't remember? The vehicle I found to live my dreams in 1983 required 5 and 6 nights a week, and sometimes Sunday, just for a shot at freedom. I'm a beast, or so I thought. Valerie and I drove for miles, flew to miles, attended the trainings. We gave it everything we had for 10 years, and I still wasn't free. We thought it was still better than the 45-year plan, so we kept dreaming and working. 2 years later, we were free. In my business today, the whole heads like me laugh at what is required. I mean, all we do is text, email, post, FaceTime, Snapshot, Instagram, Zoom conferences, and the occasional meeting. I have done less than 100 meetings to build a network of over 100,000 people worldwide. In the past, I would do 40 and 50 meetings a month. I would do them today if it was necessary. Thanks to the internet, it is not. What work will or does your dream require? Are you willing to do the work? Have you made a quality decision to get it done? A quality decision is made one time. Do not wake up every day and decide, am I willing or not willing to do the work? That is exhausting and frustrating. Make a commitment and enjoy the journey. This is a key to overcoming the work. Think about the dream and not the work. Think about the rewards of getting the dream. Plaster pictures of those rewards all over your bedroom and home. Make yourself a dream board and fill that board with all the things you are going to do and get when you get your dream. Pictures of your dreams remind you of your why every day. Most importantly, your subconscious starts to store those pictures. And believe it or not, we get what we picture, not always what we want. Picture yourself in a dream car, that dream house, or taking those dream vacations. Picture yourself feeding the homeless or building shelters for orphans all over the world. If that inspires you to work. Valerie and I pictured our dream home for over 10 years. Then we got it. Here is what is interesting. We didn't realize it looked like the same home that was on our dream board for over 10 years. I put a black S-Series Mercedes-Benz on the refrigerator. I said, I may buy me one of those someday. I spent 18 years in the car business with 2 major manufacturers. I am not car crazy. I don't get excited about cars. But one Sunday, I'm driving home from a meeting in North Carolina, and I stopped at a Mercedes-Benz dealership. The salesman gave me the keys to a big black Benz and said, test it out and take it home. By the time I got home, I was sold. I went back the next day and purchased that car. About 2 weeks later, I was looking at the freezer door, and there was a picture of the same Benz. Put your dreams all around you, and you will do the work. Think about the dream, and you will do the work.
Chapter 5. Seek out the dreamers. Chapter 5. Seek out the dreamers. To keep the focus and get your dream, you must learn to surround yourself with other dreamers. This is a vital component to developing, keeping, and getting your dream. You see, there are 3 stages your dream must go through, and you need other dreamers to help you navigate and mature in this process. This could be my purpose, and the inner voice whispers. Maybe not those words, but you get a certain type of energy from the idea, the task, the activity. You find yourself immersed in the subject. When you should be sleeping, but you can't sleep because this thing keeps gnawing at you, and no one else believes you can do it. That's the seed of greatness, but it is just a seed. It must be developed, nurtured, especially in the beginning. That's when your dream is most vulnerable. All it takes is the smallest poison or negative feedback to kill it. You mention it to a well-meaning relative, friend, or associate, and they say you can't do it or that will never work. Believe me, in most cases, they are not dreamers. They mean you well, and in many cases, they are trying to protect you from the unknown journey you're about to take. They see these problems, challenges, heartaches, and disappointments. The non-dreamer can only see the possibility of failure, and to them, that is the worst thing in the world. However, you are a dreamer, and all you can see is the rewards. You see the victory parade after you win the Super Bowl, the NBA Finals, the World Series. You see yourself accepting that Oscar, that Emmy, that Tony, or that Grammy Awards. You see yourself as a successful entrepreneur and millionaire business owner. You know there will be challenges, but you see the dream and you focus on the rewards. This is why you seek out other dreamers. They will understand your vision. They may not have the same vision as you, but they will help encourage you and fight for your dream. They will be the ones saying you can do it when the whole world wonders with doubt and say you will never get the dream. You will need this to develop a crystal clear vision of your dream. You will need that association of dreamers to give you strength in your early stages of uncertainty. Read the biography of anyone who has achieved success in any field, and they will tell you stories of people who doubted them and told them of the roadblocks in getting their dream. But all it takes is one believer to keep pushing forward, to help you solidify that dream in your mind and spirit. I was very fortunate as a young African American. In hindsight, I was surrounded by people who put the seeds of belief of the impossible dream in me. I had the arrogance of belief that I could do something special with my life. What that something was, I had no idea. But I had believed and still believe that greatness on a massive scale is possible. I will carry that belief forever. In the 5th grade, Miss Helen Campbell, a teacher at Newsom Park Elementary, made me feel special and told me I could be somebody. In 7th grade, I was given the certificate for most likely to succeed. I still have that certificate today. I was shocked to be given that award. I didn't have the best grades, C+ average. I was not the best athlete. So I had no idea what made the teacher give me this recognition. So I asked Miss Butler, my homeroom teacher, why me? She said, there is just something about you. You have a drive. You deliver the Daily Press newspaper every day, 7 days a week. You get decent grades. You play after school sports, and you spend many weekends working construction with your father. She knew my life because she lived 1 block from me. I delivered her paper every morning, sometimes late, so I would just bring it to her at homeroom. I didn't have a dream when she shared that with me, but when I got a dream, her words would echo in my mind almost every day. You have a drive. I would think, most likely to succeed, and I would push forward. You must recall the positive things that happened to you in your life to feed your dream. When you surround yourself with other dreamers, they will build in you a spirit that says you can do it. your brain will start to unlock all the memories, all the little possibilities in your life to support the spirit of belief. Every time someone says you can do it, it fills your belief tank. And you need this in the beginning. It is critical. Your dream is like a baby on life support. It needs to be protected, fed, kept warm, and nurtured. You can't do that by yourself. Just like a baby may survive without proper care, but it will do much better in a loving and caring environment. In the development stage, treat your dream like your new baby. You are the only one who can breathe life into that dream. If it takes a village to raise a child, then it takes a village of dreamers to help you create your dream. Now you have this dream. It is all grown up. You see it, you want it, and no one is going to take it from you. How do you keep this dream month after month, year after year, when it just looks like it's not going to happen? You keep the dream by doing the same things you did to develop it. You must continue to care for it every day. You continue to read books by dreamers. You continue to associate with dreamers. You continue to grow and learn in the process. You start to understand the power of persistence, and you mature into the journey. You have a philosophy that anchors your belief. In my pursuit of freedom, once I discovered that was my dream, what kept me going was anchors of belief. I know these are platitudes to most people, but I believe them and still do to my very core. These are my very anchors. If it is to be, it is up to me. If God is with me, who can be against me? All things are possible to him who believes. If one could put 1,000 in a flight, two can put 10,000. Nothing is more powerful than persistence. A prophet is a prophet except in his own home. Success is the progressive realization of a worthwhile dream. Help people get their dream and you will get yours. Better to chase a dream that never comes true than to live a life with no dream. Those are just a few of the anchors that kept my dream of freedom burning for 12 years when all the facts, the effort, the people, my secretary, and just about everyone said it wouldn't happen. You will never leave that good job. We, Valerie, Alex, and me, kept the faith and continue to believe. We got the dream of freedom. Valerie retired in '87 at 32 years old. Alexander, now 34 years old, has never known his mother to have a job, and he has never needed to apply for a job. He is an entrepreneur. It took 12 years of burning the candle at both ends for me to get free. I retired July 14th, 1995 at 40 years old. I haven't had a job in over 23 years. We had a dream of freedom for our family. We battled for that dream. We paid a heavy price in this journey, but I'm here to tell you it was worth it. Nothing compares to a lifestyle of freedom. We have worked at our business, but we work when we want to, how long we want to, and the income potential is unlimited. Develop your dream. Keep your dream. Get your dream or die trying.
Chapter 6, Embrace the Journey. Yes, I hate to tell you this truth, but it is a journey. In the last chapter, I told you it took me 12 years of burning a candle at both ends to get my dream. I was told it was a 2 to 5 year run to freedom. I guess Valerie and I are not that sharp, but what we are is focused, consistent, and persistent. It may not take you that long to get your dream. The point of this chapter is to let you know it is a journey, so you might as well embrace the journey with a smile and be willing to pay the price. What do I mean by embrace the journey? I mean, learn to like and enjoy the things that your dream requires you to do. You should not hate the things required, but it will be immature on your part to think that every aspect of getting your dream is going to be fun. I love to speak and do seminars and workshops. Let me change that. I love seminars and workshops. I love to attend them. I love to speak at them. I love listening to other speakers speak. I would rather do that than to play on the beach all day. That's just me. I love this aspect of my business. It is said that when you find the thing you love to do and get paid for doing it, you will never have to work again. Well, I have not worked in almost 35 years because even my job as a national trainer for an automobile manufacturer, I loved doing. I only left because I wanted to be free. However, there were tasks in the job and business I did not and still do not like doing. I don't care for administration and the paperwork. I don't care for planning of the events and all the details that go into making a successful event. I am not the guy you want crossing the T and dotting the I. I am not your detail guy. I will do it, but I will not enjoy it. It is a part of the journey, however, that I learned to embrace and do. I did not like answering the phone 24/7 to support a business partner, but I embraced that part as part of my journey. I don't necessarily like resolving conflicts between business partners or husbands and wives, but as a leader, that is sometimes required. Valerie and I had to learn how to embrace these things gracefully and to keep our eye on the prize. I don't know what your journey will demand of you, but just learn to embrace it. You will have problems in your journey. Sometimes it will seem that life's goal is to suck the dream out of you. In fact, until you get a big dream, life will have appeared to be carefree. But when you decide to be a meaningful specific, to make a difference in your life and the lives of others, all hell breaks loose. My first 6 years out of college life was one big party. I mean, every weekend was one big fun fest. Then in 1983, at 28 years old, I got a dream. I mean, an adult dream I could focus my energy and resources towards. At that moment, or shall I say the next 2 years, everything that could go wrong was happening. It was like Murphy's Law moved into our house and took a room without paying rent. Our finances went upside down. Valerie was 8 months pregnant. We got carbon monoxide poisoning. Valerie fell on ice and broke her arm. I was asked to seek employment elsewhere. Translation, fired. I was diagnosed with my first brain tumor and our home went into foreclosure. Those were not fun times, but I had a dream and I was not giving up. Why embrace the journey? Because in every adversity lies the seed of equal or greater benefit. In the journey, you must learn to look for that seed. 3 months after all that drama, I had a new and healthy baby boy, a new job in Los Angeles paying me $20,000 more than a job I hated anyway. And I had fully recovered from my brain tumor. If it don't kill you, it will make you stronger. That I know to be true. Keep your attitude up and be prepared for the challenges life will throw your way. Don't let life steal your dream, your joy, or your dream. Embrace and enjoy the journey. Continue to chase your dream in spite of the circumstances surrounding you. And remember this, no one gets out of life alive. So you might as well pursue your dream. Now, I am 64 years old. I love my business. I love working with people. I love seeing the dream come alive in people. And I am committed to helping people worldwide find freedom. But there are still things I don't like to do. I don't enjoy travel anymore. Val and I traveled all the time when we were younger. She was a flight attendant for a major airline, and we flew pretty much anywhere we wanted to go for free. We have seen Europe, the Caribbean islands, Hawaii, and all 50 states. Our ideal of fun now is to stay home. It's all perspective. However, at 58 years old, we got a new dream to help free people all over the world, and we have a vehicle to do it. I have been so excited these past 5 years, I can't sleep. I love what I do every day. And because of technology, we can do most of our business over the phone and internet. But I know I need to travel again, not because I have to, but because I want to see people fighting for their freedom face to face. I want to feel them, experience their joy firsthand, and let them know freedom is possible. This is what it means to embrace the journey. Many times the dream requires you to think beyond self. In fact, a big dream always requires you to think beyond self. So I encourage you to embrace with joy what you are going through now. Look forward to whatever the dream demands you embrace as you move forward. I promise you it's worth it, and you will be better from the experience. It is not what you are going through in the journey, it's what you will become.
Chapter 7, Fight Instant Gratification. As you embrace the journey, one of the major challenges you must defeat is instant gratification. This is the desire to get and have what you want right now. Almost every marketing program in the world is designed to tap into your emotions and make you act right now. Sometimes that is good and serves you well, but most times it will not move you towards your dreams. You finally graduate from high school or college. You feel like you have been struggling financially all your life. And the truth is, in most cases, you have been. In my case, not having enough money was a way of life until Valerie and I were graduated by Hampton University in 1977. That was before this proliferation of credit card debt and crazy student loans. When Val and I started out in life, we had one credit card and we maxed out that 500 before we graduated. Then I got a good job in my new apartment. I had to have a new car and new furniture right now. Here is your credit, Mr. Best. So right after school, I joined the ranks of indentured servitude. I didn't know it was that. I do now. Scripture says the borrower is slave to the lender. I found this to be true. If you live a credit lifestyle, then you are a slave to creditors. You may think you are not, but if you are not extremely careful, you will be. I was headed that way, and then I met some people and started to associate with people who talked about true freedom and getting out of bad debt. Not all debt is bad, however. That is another subject matter. Most instant gratification debt is bad debt. This is why credit cards, when not used properly, turns into very bad debt. You see, there is always something else to want and to buy. You get a new car in the mail, and before you know it, you have charged that card to the max. Buying what? Stuff you wanted right now. You saw that new shirt, blouse, eating out, shoes, or whatever. You had to have it because it was on sale. In no time at all, you find yourself thousands of dollars in debt with loans, shark interest rates, and it's all legal. You look back at the credit card statement and you don't even remember the purchases. Your slip into credit card hell was slow but predictable. That's why the banks insure their credit card debt. So when you default, and they are betting that you will, they still get paid. Oops, I bet you didn't learn that in college. However, the problem is not the card or the banks. The problem is managing your emotions and the desire for instant gratification. If you don't develop the discipline to delay gratification, the seeds of greatness may be out of your reach. Why do I say this, and why do I know this to be critical? The truth is, it will take time and sacrifices to achieve your dreams. True and lasting success is not instant. So along the way, there is a price to be paid, and the primary price is to delay things you want today. In order to have all the things you want tomorrow, this is true of any accomplishments. The greater the dream, you decided to want to go to college. Well, unless your parents are affluent or wealthy, you have just decided to put off quick money in the first job for years in hopes of getting a better job after you get your degree. That's 4 years of sacrifice and maybe living on ramen noodles, popcorn, and water. Are you willing to pay the price? After undergraduate school, you decided to further your education and maybe even become a doctor. That's more commitment and more sacrifice. That means further delay of good times, big parties, living for the weekend, and wasting money having fun. Oh, and today, when you finished that advanced education roadmap, you are settled with a lifetime of debt with no guarantee of a job. This is wrong on every level. The system, graduating year after year, I'm sorry, must be something's wrong. Year man, woman, and making them in the process indentured servants. That's fancy for the 21st century slaves, but has this got to do with the dream? Everything in the world, in order to get your dream, whatever that may be, you will have to pay a price. That price is delayed gratification. That price is not negotiable, and you are the one who must decide to pay it. In order to pay the price, you must overcome instant gratification. This will give you the time, money, and other resources your dream may require. When Valerie and I got the dream for freedom, we were willing to pay the price. We didn't know what the price would be or how long it would take, but we were willing to pay it. The first thing I had to give up was wasting time watching television. Then we had to give up wasting time and money going to movies. Understand, now we were dual income, no kids. We went to the movies 4 or 5 times a week. Some Saturdays we would spend all day in the movies. We loved it. We decided we would see them later. Then they came on TV in 2 to 3 years. This was before VHS and cable. Smile. We stopped wasting money on designer clothes and cheap jewelry, looking successful. We said we will get the real stuff later. We stopped going on pretend we are rich vacations and invested our money in the business and our future. You will have to delay and sacrifice some things today. Things to do. What those things are, I don't know. It may be fishing, hunting, bowling, shopping, for antiques or fun times for the weekend. You will have to make that decision. It will tell you that I believe the price is worth it for your dreams every time. I sacrificed a lot for my NBA dreams. Didn't make it to the NBA, but it gave me scholarship to Hampton University. They gave me my first job for the Ford Motor Company. My first 2 years of learning, paying the price and making little money in networking prepared me for my second job as a national trainer for Toyota Motor Sales USA. There is the seed of great benefit with every price, sacrifice, and delayed gratification. Sacrifice today with others will not, so you can live tomorrow like others cannot. Valerie and I sacrifice parties, trips, movies, vacations, and almost everything that would take energy and resources from our dream of freedom. We now live the dream, and you can too. We live a lifestyle of freedom. We thank God for every day. We come and go as we please. Our sons come and go as they please. The movies we delayed seeing, we have them all on DVD now, or today. We have traveled so much, our idea of fun is staying home and eating dinner. Sometimes we sleep in the day and work all night. Sometimes we work all day and sleep all night. When you are free, the last thing you want to do is sleep. You have a bigger dreams, more lives to touch, and greater mountains to climb. Pay the price today. Delay the instant desires today. Direct your time, energy, and money towards your magnificent dream. The decision is yours.
I wanted this chapter right after instant gratification because understanding the MLT of I want it right now is a key to getting or not getting your dream. Most people come into my industry with a desire for instant success. I mean, after 20 or 30 years of financial mistakes, they want the business. They just started to fix it right now. The networking e-commerce business is not some get-rich-quick scheme, and anyone who portrays it as such is an amateur and don't know what they are talking about. That goes for any business. Just read the biographies of successful people, and you will discover in almost every case their success was not overnight. You take the average professional athlete. By the time they turn professional, most have already spent 10 years plus in that sport. That's just the time that it makes it. I practiced basketball like it was a job for 12 years. And I didn't make it as a pro. My dream will take time, and you still may not make it. Try anyway. No excuses. I had to say that. Freedom is a big dream, and to get a big dream will take some time. Study any great enterprise and industry, and you will discover it took some time before it became big as you know it today. Today we do conduct business at the speed of though, and we are companies reaching $1 billion in sales faster than ever before. We also have people becoming millionaires faster than ever. You can achieve your dreams faster today than ever before, but what it takes for 5 to 10 years, are you willing to pay that price? I got the dream of freedom in 1983. I burnt the candle at both ends, and my life was completely out of balance for the next 12 years. You talk about delayed gratification, sacrifice, and patience. However, in July of 1995, I walked away from corporate America, and I have been a free man now for almost a quarter of a century. How do you maintain a dream for 12 years or whatever time it takes for that dream to come true? You must learn to feed the dream and strive and doubt every day. We live in a world that seeds a doubt. The common theme is it can't be done. And if it can be done, it will not be done by you. You cancel out the negativity by reading books to free your dream. You keep going by associating with other dreamers. Learn their stories, share the journey, and you will grow to realize you can do it. You are no longer mesmerized by their success. You start to understand that it is a decision. Don't get me wrong, there are professionals which require a unique set of skills. I can't decide to be a 6'8" power forward if I only 6 feet tall. Never going to happen. If I can't decide to be a surgeon, if I fade at the sight of blood, but there are professions that only require decisions and determination. Sales is one such profession. I am a salesperson. I have been selling all my life. I didn't know it, but in eyesight, I have concluded that I was born selling. My first professional sales was shining shoes. Then I sold old bottles to stores for pennies. I picked blackberries in the summer and sold those. I also sold newspapers for 3 years. I did it for 7 years myself. I never considered myself a salesperson. That was until I entered my chosen profession of networking. I learned that selling is one of the highest paid professions in the world, and your ability to raise in the marketplace is based on your ability to sell. So believe it or not, you will sell. I believe that to be true. So with that in mind, I decided to become the best salesman I could. I believe that would give me my dreams. And I am still developing my craft communication skills 35 years later, but in 12 years, I was free. How much time are you willing to give your dream? Are you still negatively the price every day? Or have you decided to do whatever it takes, no matter how long it takes, in order to achieve legendary success? You have got to find that kind of dream and passion where time becomes arrogant. This dream is why you are Abraham Lincoln is quote to believe he was born for that time in history. Henry Ford stated he was born for the purpose of manufacturing cars. Guy Anthony was born for his moment in time. Dr. Martin Luther King was born for his moment in history. And Nelson Mandela was born for his place in destiny. Why are you here? What is your destiny? What will history say about you? You can decide to write your story on the wall of history. Your dream is worth it. It may take some time to achieve your dream, but I encourage you to give yourself time to succeed. Yes, I'm a salesman. I have studied the masters, watched the masters, and applied it to the best of my ability. I give myself time to succeed, and some great things happen along the way. However, I have never sold products, goods, or sales directly. I sold and still sell the dream. I sell people on the different possibilities of their lives and the power of their dream. I sell people on never giving up. Never give up on your dreams. God bless you, Mr. Bess.
Chapter 9, get up every time. When you start to chase your dreams, you will get knocked down. That's right. I didn't say you might. I said you will get knocked down. It is vital for you to know that this is a part of the journey. I wish it was a quick, smooth ride to the top. It is not, and that is why so many people quit or don't even start. I have matured now, and I am glad it is not easy, and the journey in many cases forces you to grow and overcome. It forces you to reach inside yourself and find an inner strength you didn't know was possible. The big dream will bring you to your knees, and have you seek a spiritual connection you never wanted or thought you needed. As I said earlier in my life was one big party from 22 to 28. To quote Zig Ziglar, I was a wandering generality. But when I got a dream and decided to become a meaningful specific, it seemed like all hell broke loose. I was in a heavyweight fight, and I kept getting knocked down. The job became a real hassle and burden. The new boss did not like the fact that I no longer strove to be number one every month. He knew I could because I had proven it for over 5 years, but something in me had changed. Oh, I still did my job, but I was not pushing with the same desire or intensity, and he knew it. I was now chasing the dream and catching all this negative from the job. I was also getting headaches all the time, which didn't add up. I didn't smoke or drink, and I exercised all the time, but the headaches persisted every month. Before I realized it, I was taking aspirin every day to cope. Every company doctor I saw did the routine test and said I was in excellent health. Finally, it got to the point I couldn't drive, and days at a time, I would stay in bed. I was up to 20 plus aspirin a day with no relief. Then the job called me into the office and said, your services are no longer required. They believed I was faking my illness. I was offered a severance package, which I gladly accepted because I felt I was about to die. I could care less about the job. I signed, and my life at the Ford Motor Company was over. I was still sick with headaches, however. Valerie saved my life because she insisted I see another doctor, a specialist, not the company doctor. I would not listen to her, and she had been saying this for months. There I was laying in bed for over a week, and just her walking into the bedroom made my head hurt more. She had already scheduled an appointment with a specialist before I got fired, but I was not going. There I was in bed, still thinking I was going to walk it off, like many folk, especially poor folk do. My family didn't go to doctors for headaches. It had to be a life-threatening emergency or a broken bone. Anyway, 1 week after leaving the job, I had the appointment. I was really too sick to go and told Valerie I would be okay. She insisted, dragged me out of bed and drove me to the doctor. He looked at me and decided we must do a CAT scan. They did and found I had a brain tumor. I was scheduled for immediate surgery. I was told I could die, come back a vegetable with no motor skills, or come back fully recovered. I told the doctor to do what you got to do and let God do the rest, because I can't live life in this pain anymore. All this was happening, and Valerie was 8 months pregnant. Also, before I got diagnosed with the brain tumor, I left the car running in the garage and almost killed Valerie, our unborn son Alex, and myself. We were rushed to the hospital with carbon monoxide poisoning. Valerie, during all of this, also fell on the ice coming into the house and broke her arm. So she was in a cast and 8 months pregnant. You talk about getting knocked down. Oh, I almost forgot. And the house was in foreclosure. We should have been down for the count. What a dream. I wanted to just get through this mess. Yes, we were knocked down, but in the early stages of our dream. We got up and got stronger. Our son was born healthy. Valerie was healthy, and I survived and recovered from a life-threatening surgery. 4 months later, we were living in Los Angeles, and I had a new job paying me more than the job where I was fired. In every adversary is the seed of equal or greater benefit. 6 months later, we moved into a new home. All during these challenges, we never stopped chasing the dream. In fact, I was out building the business 2 weeks after my brain surgery. Alexander, who is now 34, attended his first meeting before he was 2 months old. We got up. We were punched, drunk, and drowsy, but we got up and started to fight again. When you decide to go after your dream, you will get knocked down, but you don't have to stay down. Overcome the challenges and know that they will make you stronger, and believe that God is preparing you for something great. People love to hear how you overcome. I want to know your struggle. I want to know you paid a price for success. I'm not I am not inspired by someone's success and they don't have a story to tell. I want to know you went through the process. The process is the dream, the struggle, then the prize. I want to know what you had to overcome to get your dream. Not that daddy or mommy gave it to you. Yes, there are people who inherit money, but they do not inherit greatness. You must achieve that on your own. If your dream is freedom, if your dream is greatness, then you will have a struggle and you will have a story to tell. You will have to get up off the floor as many times as it takes. You may reach a level of success or achieve some of your dreams, then almost suddenly find yourself knocked down again. That's right, success is not permanent. I had a millionaire friend on my journey tell me that success was easy. Getting to the mountaintop the first time was easy. That is not the real challenge. You are the toast of the town. You are recognized for your achievements. You are living large and living the dream every day. The real challenge, the true gut check, is to fall off the mountaintop and then climb it again. The real attitude check is when you find yourself in the valley again. You are back at the bottom or below the bottom. Not only did you fall off the peak of success, you are now starting over with millions of dollars of debt. You have gone from lobster, filet mignon, and champagne back to ramen noodles and water. Valerie and I have gone from the bottom to the top, to the bottom, and back to the top. We are here to say you can do it. You must keep getting up and you must keep fighting. Success is the progressive realization of a worthwhile dream. It is not a place you get to and call it a day. If your dream is freedom, then it is an ongoing fight to maintain that freedom. If your dream is something different, once you get that dream, you must find another dream. Success is not a place at the top where you sit in glory and bask in the sun. You will relax and you will enjoy freedom, but you must be forever vigilant. No, you will get knocked down over and over again. Decide to come back stronger each time. Believe me, people will be amazed at your ability to overcome, and they will applaud and be inspired by your story. Your struggle and your overcoming will increase your value in the marketplace and make you millions of dollars when you share how you have overcome with others. You may get knocked down, but you are not knocked out. If you can look up, you can get up every time and you can win.
Chapter 10, Embrace Your Success. I am asking you to embrace your success. This may seem like a strange request, but believe me, it is not. Success, true success, may be one of the most uncomfortable experiences in your life. You will have paid the price, put in the time, and climbed to the top of your dream and find yourself feeling some kind of way. And if you're not aware of this, you may start to sabotage your own success. You see, the world changes and the people around you start to change. They may say you have changed, and you will have changed, but the real change is their perception of you and your achievements. There are haters at every level. Don't let them make you feel bad for achieving. And don't let them call you lucky and create this sense of guilt in you that says, now you got it, You should give it to me. There will be people you owe for their support and encouragement in your rise, but that is not everyone. After you have paid the price, most of the pain is gone. You barely remember the sleepless nights, sleeping in your car, the bill collectors, harassing calls, and the empty refrigerator and cabinets. You have forgotten driving your car on vapors to meetings, appointments, and hoping somebody, anybody, would believe in you and your dream. The pain is gone, but you must not forget you paid a price to achieve your dream. Don't apologize for your success. Feel blessed and remain humble, but don't feel guilty. Be thankful that you don't have the worries and concerns that other people deal with every day. Valerie and I wake up every morning and we say, to God be the glory. We have paid a price for freedom. In 1995, I retired from the job life and we moved into a new home in Atlanta. After 12 years, we started to live the dream of freedom called time and money. We have spent years working, traveling, and doing whatever we wanted to do when we wanted to do it. Years later, we decided to build a new home in a private community. The home has 6 bedrooms, 6.5 baths, his and her walk-in closets, and we built one room just for Valerie's shoes and coats. It was crazy. We also built a theater room. What a lifestyle, and no one had a job. Was it worth the price? Yes. I would do it all over again and pay twice the price for the freedom we enjoy today. This will happen to you if you don't quit. And when it happens, slow down and enjoy the moment. Reflect on your journey, what you have accomplished, and then get a new and bigger dream. This is critical. This is why I say embrace your success. But don't think for a minute you have arrived at your final destination. It is not the things that drive you. You will discover after you get the homes, the cars, the trips, that you want more. Not more stuff. You will discover that you are a true dream chaser. It's not about the stuff. That came as a byproduct of finding within you that passion. That thing you would do for free. Valerie and I love what we do. We love helping people. We love seeing people get fired up about a dream. We love seeing people quit their dead-end jobs and live a lifestyle of freedom. We love listening to their stories of failures and victories. We were born to do what we do, and we thank God every day that we found each other and we found our purpose. The things are temporary. The homes, the cars, the stuff come and go. They will be passed on to another generation. They will not make you get up in the morning after you have them. A new dream and a new passion will make you get up and will keep you moving and alive. 5 years ago, I was living my lifestyle of freedom. Then I got a phone call. I was presented with a plan that would set more people free than anything I had seen in over 30 years in the networking industry. When preparedness and opportunity meet, success is the byproduct. Well, my family had spent 30 years getting prepared for this opportunity. I didn't know I had lost my passion. I didn't realize I no longer had a big dream. I had succumbed to an enemy of success called comfortable. I was comfortable. I was almost 60 years old, and the last thing I wanted to do was chase another dream. But the business made sense, and we got excited. It woke me up and set me on fire once again. I put the blinders on and went to work. I was no longer comfortable. I started to dream big again. Once again, I was thinking about what some call the impossible dream. We are going to fill coliseums around the world. After 5 years, we now have over 100,000 people worldwide plugged into our network. We are just getting started. We have people declaring their freedom all over the world. This is what drives us. So I say embrace success. Enjoy the new things without guilt. But understand the thing that makes life tick is your dream. Decide to be a dream chaser for life. Everyone will not chase their dreams.
Good evening. I guess this is where you want me to step in here, Miss Shine. And boy, this is hard for me to do. You guys well, anyway, let me continue. The epilogue, the audacity of belief. So you've decided to go after your dream. You want to get to the NFL, the NBA, or whatever pro sport. You're going for that Oscar, the Grammy, or you're going to build that $1 million business. What makes you so special? What makes you the exception? Why are you trying to rise above your upbringing? They may say you or nobody special. I beg to differ. You are somebody special. The fact that you have read this book this far says that you are someone special. The fact that you were born and you are here says that you are someone special. What stands between you and your dream is you believing that you are divinely created and special. You must believe that you have something to give to this world and only you can give it. That requires a high degree of audacity. Why? Because all around you is a mass of mediocrity and people with small dreams or no dreams telling you what you can't do or become. It takes a degree of confidence, almost arrogance, to ignore all that noise and continue to work towards your dream. You're not arrogant, but you may be perceived that way because deep inside, you believe you can make your dreams come true. You refuse to settle. You refuse to give up. Embrace that audacity, that confidence, and fight as if your very life depended on your dream. I believe it does. I see people of all ages every day who have given up. They just want to make it to payday. I don't believe God meant for us to live that way. But I have accepted the fact that everyone will not chase their dreams. But it is proven that dreamers are the ones that change the world. The people with vision and the will to fight for that vision change the world for better, and they are remembered. I don't know what your dream may be, but I believe in you without even knowing you. And I know your dream is possible. Wear that audacity with pride and never give up. Believe, believe, believe. I would rather chase a dream that never comes true than to live life with no dream at all. Au, au, au. And that's by me, Ty Best. And I personally want to thank all you guys for taking time out of your life to even be here. And for those who took time to read this book aloud. I actually sat here through the whole thing. And I texted folks whose number I had. Richard James, I didn't have your number. Thank you very much for your passion for reading. And Stephanie, Stephanie was something else. And of course, Deborah Nixon gonna make everybody cry. So Deborah Nixon need to stop. And of course, Miss Cece Mahone. That's why I got the last chapter from Team Audacity. That's why I named it before the epilogue. I had the Audacity. The Audacity. That's where I got that name for that chapter directly from Miss Cece Mahone's team, Team Audacity. So I want to thank Brother Kansu, of course, for what you do. Danny James, you guys are incredible. for all who read tonight. Fantastic. And Miss Raina Shine, thank you for, I don't know what made you guys come up with this idea. But again, the whole idea behind this book was to put something, I believe it's a weapon, folks. I believe it's a mental weapon that'll help you prepare for this journey that you've decided to take. And I believe this is a journey, and I believe you have to be prepared to do battle. Because we're doing battle. We're doing battle with mediocrity, doing battle with people who insist on being average. We're doing battle with all the noises out there that says you can't accomplish, you can't achieve. Doing battle with the people who say, well, that Ty Best, he's special. That's why he got all those folks in his team. You read this and go, wait a minute now, that's not true. Okay, he struggled for 12 years. What's your struggle? Okay, no one came to his first 2 meetings. What's your struggle? So you have to read that stuff, and that's why I encourage you to read about successful people in every field. Because in every field, you hear somebody say something about what it takes to succeed and what they had to overcome in order to succeed. You think about Oprah's story when she was told she was never pretty enough or good enough to be on television. I mean, can you fathom somebody saying that to her 35 years ago? Can you imagine Arnold Schwarzenegger coming to this country, can't speak English, got a horrible accent, and he goes, I want to be a movie star. I'm going to be a movie star. You going to be a what? A movie star. I'm going to be a movie star. I'm going to be. Can you imagine him saying that? Okay. And they look at him going, you got to be crazy. Okay. Can you imagine Sylvester Stallone with no money in his pocket? I mean, destitute, sold his dog to try to eat. And people offered him money for the script. They say, yeah, we want the script, but we don't want you. And him saying, you can't get the script if you don't get me. I come with the script. And holding your guns when you got no money. All to the point where you end up doing, I don't want to talk about his past like that, but anyway, you're doing some things that you wouldn't normally do in order to survive. And eventually somebody give you the rights to make the movie and let you be the starring role. Don't let anybody tell you the dream is, I got a dream, and the owl lady hit the lotto and you got everything you want. Nope. Dream stuck at the prize. Let me turn my go over to Brother Consul or Miss Rain to Shine. You guys know I can talk all night. My phone been buzzing the whole time, but you guys captivated me and I just didn't want to leave because to hear somebody else recite your words, it moved me in a different way. So again, thank you guys. Thank you very much for tonight. And I'm gonna stop before I start crying.
I'll take the opportunity to jump in. I want to say this was 100% Raina's idea, and she actually put in most of the legwork. She reached out to the people. This was her inspiration, and honestly, I'm just thankful to be able to be in a position to be of service when they have an inspiration that's as powerful as this was. And I'll tell you this, I'll never see this book the same again after hearing all these different people read it. And then, you know, I couldn't help but to think, and I know some of these people, like Stephanie, she told us about her journey in the huddle, and I couldn't help but to think that as they're reading this and you hear those crackles and the pieces of emotion in their voice, where this information is coming into them and causing immediate and permanent change, and to be able to do that from your perspective for a world of people. Listen, I just I'm truly honored and constantly humbled by what you do for us and by what what is being created out of the service that you've taken on. I mean, what this is creating is just, it's unexplainable, and I can't even say anything else. I'm at a loss for words. I just want to thank you so much for being here, and I'm done. I think you might be muted, Mr. Best.
I do want to take and say, sometimes I hate to call out names because you miss people. Miss Silver Clock, I heard you too, and Incredible, I know I text you, but I also please let Pam Dixon. I look down for your number because I appreciate you very much for your passage and what you read. And of course, Mr. Greg McKay with the opening And believe me, guys, I was here for the entire time. And Valerie called me once to interrupt me. I did something for her. And but I was moved by the whole thing. And like Brother Constable said, I could hear where some of you felt what you were saying. And Stephanie, I definitely felt you, and I definitely felt Miss Nixon. But all of you, I'm humbled to just sit here and just listen. That's why I didn't want to read that epilogue, but I remember Raina said she wanted me to do that. So I just thank you guys one more time. And thank you, Mr. McKay. And thank all you for just being here. And by the way, I'll give you a little update. Turn over to Raina. You know, we had a global leadership meeting today for GS Partners with Joseph Haidt. He spoke to us for about an hour. Guys, I can't even begin to tell you what's going on. I mean, it's so much that's happening. I'm serious. I mean, Joseph Haidt spoke to us, about 100 of us, okay, for about an hour today. We had a meeting from 2 to 5, to about 5:45, right before I got on this call. And I mean, Nisa Nakos knocked it out of the ballpark. All the speakers knocked it out of the ballpark. Martin Tebow, all those guys, great. But Joseph Haidt just laid out a plan about his commitment and what we're doing and where we're going. And he made it very clear. He said, the reason we're rolling out all these things, he said, we're going to have the most educated city, world, nation. He called GS Partners a nation. We're an internet nation. And we'll have the most educated nation on the planet. And that's why we're laying out these things in pieces to get people sort of educated so they can educate the next group and the next group, then the next piece is coming. They broke these things down as to why they're doing this thing, because it's so much. Just, you think we're overwhelmed now. If you saw all the stuff that's going to be rolled out here in the next 6 months, you just go in bed and shake your head and try to figure out how to simplify this thing. It's so much coming. They laid out how the card's going to work, you know, the GS lifestyle card. Let me suffice it by saying this. You're going to have to work real hard not to make money in GS Partners. I mean, I think the only way you can not make money would be to lock yourself in a closet, throw away your cell phone, leave it outside the door, lock yourself in the car, have somebody shovel your food. Because it bringing in so many ways for us to get paid part as a nation by saying this. Yeah. You're going to have to work real hard not to make money in GS. Yeah. I mean, I think the only way you can not make money, that's the truth. I really, it's so much. I could babble for an hour. Man, let me turn this call over to Raina. Raina, what you doing, girl?
Well, I guess I'll step out for a second. I want to thank everybody, Mr. McKay, Sylvia, Braden, Deb, Danny, Joshua, aka Brother Konsu, Pamela, Brett, Richard, Stephanie, Cece, and Mr. Best, you. You have moved us in a way that is so hard to follow. It is. It's hard to follow, but we follow you, sir, the ends of the earth, and adore you. And I appreciate each and every teaching that you give us, and that, I'm sorry, I'm a loss for words. I'm back here in the background. I'm in the blackface now, just behind the scenes, running everybody, unmuting everybody, and, you know, just doing what I do. Yeah, sometimes I can be the Vanna White, but most of the time I just, you know, I like to throw the party, and this was the party, and thanks to your book, The Dream Chaser Manifesto, we were able to do this lovely reading. And that all these people were able to come together and do this because I asked. So thank you to you all, and thank you, Mr. Best.
Well, I'm glad you got to go with Brent, because Brent been calling me like since this morning, say, hey, I need this. And Brent, I've been tied up all day, man, all day. So thank you too. But like I say, that was almost a 4-hour call today with the global leaders. And from 8:30 this morning, I've been on the call till now. Okay. that's it. It's time for my evening nap before the 9 o'clock show. But Raina, seriously, my hats go off. I want to thank you, and I want to thank all presenters. Brent, I mean, all you guys, and just to hear the different voices and what you took from different chapters, you can tell when certain things relate to you, man. It's different, guys. This is a different kind of call. And so once again, Raina, I'm gonna say thank you to you, and thank you for all the folks. And Deborah Nix, you know you're special to me. I just love that hardcore thing when somebody's always there, and then we never know where Miss CC Mahone gonna pop up, because she look. I think she on Consu's team. She has Team Audacity. She on Team Believe. She all over the place. She's just a consummate wealth builder worldwide, all over the place, serving everybody. So guys, this is a tremendous platform you have here, and I'm just glad to show up today and could be a part of it and share with you guys. So, the book is interesting. It's just a lot of interesting things. Then, of course, you're going to read that history from 35 years ago. That's every time somebody tell me about the problems they have, and I go, yeah, let me tell you about some problems. Because that was a crazy 60-day period there back in 1985. It was wild. It was just wild. So it was just, but, you overcome all that stuff. And by the way, that's one of the biggest challenges of building a business, is that life happens in the midst of building a business. Things happen. I mean, you're not going to avoid life and build your business. And that's why most people have a tough time getting it done, because they're trying to build a business without dealing with life. You got to deal with life and keep building your business, because life's going to be happening anyway. So, hey guys, I got to return some phone calls. Man, I could be all night talking to you guys about this stuff. We got a show at 9 o'clock. But okay, let me kind of share this with you. Okay, I'm trying to remember. I took notes. Let's see. Let me see if there's anything else I can tell you. Okay. When the card comes out on the 1st, you're going to get commissions when people acquire the card. You're going to get commissions every time they swipe and use the card. Okay, those will be paid once a month. When someone's real time, I came with all the stuff. See what I'm saying? I wrote notes. I came with all the notes I wrote. Okay. And then wait. Oh, and he laid out the infinity pools. And the infinity pools is based on rank. So you got 3 groups where the ranks come in: director rank, you got the executive ranks, and you got the ambassador ranks, and all of those have a pool attached. So you can qualify for all those pools. That's 11% in all those pools in 9 different ranks. Okay. And you can qualify for all 9. You can qualify for 1 or 2, but every month, you qualify for those ranks. Along with already qualifying for Block Star, Rising Block Star, and Block Star Supreme. All that's going on. Okay. But these upper level ranks they have is why you want to run. Because we believe that some of these ranks, especially give to the executive and the ambassador ranks, the rank alone gonna pay you $100,000 a month. Just the pool from the rank will end up paying some people $75,000, $100,000 a month, just the rank. Okay. By the time all those ranks qualify and hit, that's not counting all the other money now. Look, I'm telling you, believe me, for those who just getting started, who just here, you should not have a money concern in the world within the next 90 days. If you are, something's going on, we don't understand what's going on. Because watch this, all you got to do right now, that's one of the things we was talking to the leaders, this was a leadership call. And they said, we as the leaders cannot become soft, because so much happened in that first 30 days that, man, it's easy to become soft. I mean, you make $100,000 in your first 30 days, you go, man, I'm done. I'm chilling. I'm like, I ain't doing nothing. Okay. I mean, but that's not where I am. That's not where Mr. Delco is. And so, we talked about in leadership. We got people who are happy already because they made 10, 20 grand. So, whoa, we got a team of folks that were just getting started. This is the time to go get new people. Here's, if you don't know this, if I haven't communicated this with this training session, I want to throw this in there. Every word, every sentence coming out of your mouth to anybody, especially anybody new, you need to be saying the word Bitcoin. First thing, you need to wake up tomorrow morning, or when I get off this call tonight, as if you don't have anyone on your team. And everything you text out, send out, post off, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, should say something like, get paid in Bitcoin 24/7. Earn money in Bitcoin. Bitcoin should be in everything. I'm in the grocery store the other day. I saw these two gentlemen standing, man, they sharp. I said, man, I ain't letting this minute go. One had a baby in a baby carrier. I walked right up to him and said, hey, look, gentlemen, what do you guys know about Bitcoin? We're hearing about it. I said, great. Look, I got a company. Here's my card. Here's my card. Give me a call. I'll tell you all about it. We're doing some incredible things with Bitcoin. We're showing people you don't have to go in your pocket and get Bitcoin. We're going to show you how to earn Bitcoin. It's all, man, for real, man. I said, yeah. This is what tell us all about. I said, I don't want, this is not the place to talk about it. You got my number, you got my card. Okay. And I'm like Johnny Appleseed. I'm out there looking for people, and I'm looking for Michael. See, I'm looking for the person looking for me. This is not a time to be chasing people, dragging them, trying to convince them this is the way to go. Man, this is not the time to do that. Right now, you want to grab everybody you can to make sure everybody know you are in a program with Bitcoin, because 95% of the population now have heard the word Bitcoin. 90% of the population don't know what it means. 95% has heard the word, but they don't know what it means. And I tell you, I said, we getting paid to educate you on what Bitcoin and blockchain is. And we do. When you buy the brand package, you understand you're getting the academy. The academy is doing what? Educating people in the community. Woo, man, Joseph Heiss broke that thing down. He said, we're going to have the most educated, wealthiest community on the planet. And he used Dubai as an example. Dubai is the #1 city in the world. #1 city as far as income, #1 city as far as lifestyle, #1 city as far as healthcare, #1 city as far as education. He said, that's the model. We want to create that model all over the world, within our community, within the GS Partners community. Have the wealthiest, most educated people on the planet within this community. I said, man, you're talking about a vision. And he's putting millions of dollars behind it. Anytime somebody asks you, well, I don't know what that coin's going to do. This is my response. Me either. But you know what? I know a billionaire who's putting millions of dollars behind that coin. And I've learned, because I've been around for a while, do what wealthy people do. And if a wealthy guy would dump millions of his own personal money into that coin because he believes that coin and what it's going to do and where it's going to grow, I think I can spare a couple $1,000s, okay, for an opportunity to get wealthy. You understand, a couple $1,000s, less than $2,000, you have over 100,000 coin. The coin go to $1, you got 100 grand. The coin just go to 10 little dollars, and you sitting there a millionaire. What is there to think about? I've written about people all day long. I tell the same stories all day, guy. I got right on my desk. I tell the same stories. I do 3-4 Zooms a day. I tell the same stories. Why is the thing growing so fast? 50,000+ people in less than 60 days. Oh, because of Bitcoin. Okay. We're riding on a Bitcoin enthusiasm. Number 2, instant pay. Okay. We're the only folks where you're going to get paid for your work instantly. Even the most jobs, folks, you got to wait 2 weeks to get some money. Okay, you go get a new job, they say we're going to pay you next Friday. Okay, this program, GS Partners, you go sponsor somebody tonight. You have a friend of yours going to the 9 o'clock presentation. They go get them a brand package right then. You just made, oops, used to be 10%. Now you just made 18%. That's $26. They get the $9.99 package. You made almost $200. One phone call, wait a minute, and in 5 minutes is in your back office. And if you already set up, you can transfer it, that Bitcoin, to your Cash app, and you can transfer it to money, all in 15 minutes. Woo! That's drive number 2. Number 3, the G99, Juice for 9 coin. I already talked about that. Number 4, the blockchain. Number 5, it's an asset. You cannot beat getting paid in assets. I sit back there today and a guy just called me and said, hey man, you know, Bitcoin went up again. I said, man, I can't keep up with it. It was $31,000 earlier this morning. Now it's over $33,000. I don't know whether I can go check again. See, I used to be a non-crypto guy. CC know what I'm talking about now. See, the first thing I do, I wake up in the morning, I go to my phone, I click on that thing. I said, okay, where it is. What is Bitcoin right now? I mean, that's the first thing I do. I go, Bitcoin, what is Bitcoin doing right now? Okay, see, now it's at $32,389. Then I go check my back office. So anyway, keep this thing simple, folks. Just talk to everybody. Don't feel like you got to beg anybody. You're not trying to drag anybody around, plug them in. You know, we're doing presentation twice a day with questions, Q&A. Don't choose, every time somebody asks you a question, your number 1 response. I mean, get psychologically ready for it. Every time somebody asks you a question, say, man, that's a great question. At 12 o'clock, get on a live presentation, they'll answer that question for you. Take that emphasis from you. Every time somebody says, hey, I have a question, Man, that's a great question. Hold on one second. Let me get CC on the call. Hold on one second. Let me get Brother Constant online. Hold on a second. Let me get Deborah Nixon online. Hold on a second. Hey, you know what? At 9 o'clock tonight, they're on a live presentation, man. You ought to see that presentation. And they do a Q&A. That problem will probably get answered. You want to get people in your team to get packages? Get them to the presentation. Not you. Don't you be the salesperson. Get them to a presentation. The presentation will sell them. Folks, I'm gonna go because I really got to go. You guys know I do this all night, and I don't want to. I really got to go make some phone calls and get some folks on the 9 o'clock presentation. Anybody?
Love you, Mr. Best.
Yes, ma'am.
Love you, sir. Have a great
Love
evening.
you guys too. Good night. Good night. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Raina Shine. Thank you, Brother Constant. And thank everybody for your help this evening and sharing these words. Thank you, Brent. Talk to you guys.
Thank you, Mr. Best. It's a pleasure and an honor.
I'm sorry about that, guys.
Oh.
How did I get this?